Hot takes, hot takes, hot takes. Today we are going to be taking a look at the internet's craziest hot takes of all freaking time. And trust me, these get really weird. So let's start off with the normal one. Am I the asshole for hiring to help to do chores I agreed to take on in a marriage? Advice needed. I, a 27-year-old female, has been married to my husband who is a 32-year-old male for a year. He's incredibly successful and makes significantly more money than I do. I do work full-time as an architect, not a super high salary, but I love what I do. When we got married, we agreed that he'd handle all the bills and I'd take care of all the housework, which includes cooking, cleaning, laundry, etc. Basically a modernized housewife dynamic, except I still work because I love my career. Now here's the thing. I suck at being a housewife. I don't enjoy cooking or cleaning and it drains me. So instead of burning myself out, I decided to use my own money from work to hire a housekeeper who comes in a few times a week and a meal service that handles dinners. Everything still gets done. The house is spotless. My husband always has clean clothes and meals are prepped on the table. It costs me money, yes, but it frees up my energy, and honestly I think it makes me a better wife emotionally and mentally. But my husband is furious. He says the deal was I do the housework, not pay someone to do it. He says it feels like I'm not keeping up my end of the marriage agreement and that it's lazy and disrespectful to outsource my responsibilities even if it's my own money. I tried to explain that I'm still honoring the results of the agreement. The work is still done, just not by me personally. And it's not like I'm expecting him to pay for the help, but he's really upset and says I'm undermining the whole point. So am I the asshole for outsourcing the housework I agreed to, even though I'm paying for it and the house is still being taken care of? So I'm curious though, right? Like, if it's your own money and if it's emotionally draining you, as a good husband, I'm sure he'd be happy as long as he's happy, you're happy. It should be fine, right? Like, why should there be any problems? Because again, firstly, I think you guys are seeing this marriage thing wrong as a sort of bi-weekly payment contract. It should be more of like two people loving each other. There we go, condoc says here. But like it's kind of like it's creating a family and relationship and living with one another. And I don't know, I'm getting a wrong vibe from the entire marriage contract thing here to begin with. It's more like a Sheldon Cooper sort of vibe out there when he said like he's really upset and undermining the whole point. So what was the point to begin with, to force you to do something you don't want to do? I hate that there's no afterlife. Okay. I always shun the idea of God and religion, especially because I believe religion has caused way more harm than good in our world, and I still do believe that when we die, that's it. There's no afterlife, no reincarnation, nothing. But that's also because I was fortunate to not have experienced the death of someone close to me until last year at the age of 35. I lost my grandmother in June and then my grandfather in October. They were in their late 80s, early 90s, so they lived long lives. But I was very close to them, and it didn't hit me until a couple of months later. I still miss them like crazy and can't accept they're gone. I also think about accidents like the Titan submersible or the recent Air India crash, where all these people are living and breathing like us 1 minute and gone the next. And for the first time in my life, I'm petrified for my own death. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I wish there was a chance of afterlife or something similar. Like, here's the thing though, right? Like, literally no one knows, rather unfortunately, what happens when we die. Not you, not me, not anyone on this Reddit, not anyone, not my neighbors, not people who are like super religious, not atheists. No one knows that. So I would say, like, don't waste your life getting depressed about a future that you've already, that you've randomly decided is a fact. But as like, death is inevitable at the end of the day. So might as well live life to the utmost. You want, like, do whatever you want to do in life and just be happy, be in the moment, because it's scary, man. Like, it's scary not to live life, I'd say. And you can't change what's gonna happen regardless when we die. So, like, fuck it. Have a good life. I'm at the ass for telling my mom I won't be a bridesmaid in a third wedding. Whoa. Damn. Third fucking wedding. What? Like, I guess third time's a charm, but like, I'm 27. My mom is and my mom, who is 54, is getting married for the third time. Just to give you background, her second marriage was a total disaster. Her husband was controlling and it really messed up our relation during my teenage years. It took us years for us to be civil again. Now she's with someone new and honestly he seems decent. But after only 8 months of dating, they're planning a wedding. 8 months! My goodness, no wonder the fucking divorce rates are so high. No wonder. People just like rushing into things. Like, fuck her, just take a step back. My god. People really frustrate me sometimes, I want a healthy relationship with her, but not the one where I have to ignore my own boundaries to make her feel good. So, am I wrong for setting this boundary? Absolutely not. I'd say you're not the asshole, because usually when if someone is asked to be made of honor, right, they would be happy. I don't know where I'm going with that, but this feels very rushed based on the past record of whatever information you've given us from your mom. We don't know your mom's side, by the way. This is just all the information you've given us. So based on that, I would say that this is kind of rushed. I do understand your perspective. I do understand your point. But at the end of the day, she is your mom. I don't know. I'd say you're not the asshole, but it would be nice if you would be there, because it is your mom at the end of the day. Whether you like it or not, it is your mom at the end of the day. And I don't know, 3 marriages, man. Like, what happened to the first one is what's really the question of mine. Am I the asshole for asking my cousin's boyfriend to leave the family event? No. This happened a while ago, and I'm a 30-year-old female and since happily divorced and thriving. But a long story short, I'm a massive POS because I cheated on my husband. Oh shit. Terrible way to leave, I know, but I had asked for a divorce because I started listening and wholeheartedly agreeing with Andrew Tate. He told me I didn't have a biblical reason to leave him, so I created one. Best decision I've made. I don't regret it, but I know it was terrible of me. Yes, it's obviously fucking terrible of you. Why would he cheat on him? Fuck's sake. Anyway, my cousin was dating my ex-husband's best friend. It was in the middle of the whole situation after I disclosed the affair. We weren't officially divorced yet. My ex was at the family gathering and I was already tense. Then my cousin and her boyfriend walk it, and it was entirely way too much for me. I couldn't even leave because I had to stay and help clean. I feel bad for my cousin's boyfriend to leave, but I knew he rightfully so absolutely hated me. My family was heavily supporting my ex-husband over me through this whole time. I felt like the whole room was against me and my cousin boyfriend was the last straw. Maybe I deserve it. Either way, just curious. I was wrong for asking him to leave because it was a family event. I didn't ask my cousin to leave, but she did anyways. I have since distanced myself from the family. Turns out they just like him more than they like me. This has always been the case. I'm now realizing this to therapy shouldn't have been a surprise to me. Update. This situation happened 2 years ago, and this is my very hot take. You don't have a biblical reason unless you're in but cheating, you cheated, so you have to deal with the consequences of cheating. Don't act like the fucking victim. You're the one at fault. Okay, you cheated. If you weren't happy, have a conversation. It's not that fucking hard. Have a conversation. If you'll both mutually agree, okay, cool, get the fucking divorce. Why would he cheat? Like, purposely trying to find a way to get out of the marriage. So he said, "Oh, let me cheat and have an affair and ruin my ex-husband's perception of himself, my family, XYZ." And I'm trying to make yourself the victim here. Like, are you serious? Like, come on. That is, I don't understand why you had to cheat to create a biblical way to divorce your husband. That sounds really crazy and pretty toxic. This is like you weren't feeling like your family was against you. You were in the shame of cheating, and you felt bad because of your own fucking past decisions. So own it and respect everyone else, you buffoon. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. If you guys have your own hot takes, why don't you guys join the Sid Parikh Reddit? Join the Sid Parikh Reddit, write your own hot takes down there as well. And yes, now we've got 10 members in the Sid Parikh Reddit. We are in the double digits, baby. So might as well join. It's going to be the biggest subreddit in the world one day. And why don't you guys get the early bird access in? So I'll see you guys soon. Join the subreddit. Write your hot takes down there as well. Leave a comment. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in
Sid Parikh.
I believe in
Sid Parikh.